Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Being the first session of the day is an immense pleasure and pressure. It is like talking to learned people is all the more, I would not say tough, but then it's like everyone will like, I know it. It's not that we don't know. And in this cybercrime that I am working for the past 1 year, though as SP operations for the whole state, it has only been a brief 6 months, but then prior to that also I have been working in cybercrime. And back 2014 was the first course that I attended on cybercrime. So whatever it is, my association actually puts me in a dilemma wherein like cybercrimes is an expanding world, that is so true. But then many a times what I see is in I would like to say 9.9 out of the 10 cases, it is the educated who fall prey. So how much ever you feel I know this, yet with a word of caution, I would like to start, whatever that we see, we shall never believe it. That is the world that we are living in from what we have started, and that is the world that we are living in, and we as humans have to adapt. And it, as Charles Darwin said long ago, it is a survival of the fittest. So with that, let's start today's session. So I have been given cyber and financial crimes in India with an emphasis on deepfakes, digital trials, crypto frauds, and the widening threat landscape. So here, yesterday, were disturbing facts that have been put forth by the national statistics, and that is in the last 5 years, India has lost 53,000 rupees to the cyber fraud. So that's the impact of cyber crimes. It is not like one person is, I am safe. No, it is not. None of us is safe. And mind you, this money which is being siphoned off, is one man becoming rich, or is it being used for the espionage and other activities against the nation, against the humanity? So that is where we all have to ponder back, and that is where the role of us as police officers comes into play. So there's India's digital boom. Everyone knows, everyone has an account, probably 3, 4, 5 accounts, not just one. Everyone has a phone, not just 1, 3, 4, 5 phones again. And not just that, with every PAN card and with every Aadhaar card, the government, DOD has given that we can increase that one Aadhaar card or one KPI, what can be KYC, what can be had are 7 phone numbers. With that, the threat increases more. So India's rapid digital transformation, everyone knows. We are modern, everyone knows. There is nothing new about it. But what is it that stands apart is the real-time financial transactions that are happening. These real-time transactions, it's like I send money to you and it's there just that, as a handshake, right? As we can shake a hand, so is the money there. So that real time is where we are in a state where it is an issue. And in this situation, wherein the money lost is so rapid, but the money to be recovered has a process. It has a process, it has to go through the courts, it has to go through the banking system. Actually, it has to start from the person realizing that I have been scammed. This is something that is not happening very fast. After a person comes to the police officers only after about 3-4 months of the first transactions, and by the time he comes to us, it is already 10-15 days of the last transaction, and already crores of money is lost. And what can we do? Are just breadcrumbs lying around that we can recover, that can be put on hold, and again to recover, it is a process. So these processes are what are the issues of a LEA. But then again, that leads to the frustration of a normal citizen. Recently, in this, I would like to also quote, recently I was, I was actually sort of threatened, the frustration of a person. Repeatedly, he's been coming around, but then it is a code and the process, it is not in my hands. But then the person only knows my face, that I am not doing the work. He doesn't know what is the process. So he just literally he threatened, I will GPay you 1 rupee, say that you have defrauded me and raise a complaint in NCRP portal, then you will know my pain. That's true. I do know his pain, not just his pain. I know the thousands of people who come to me. I do know their pain. But then there is a limited resources that I am working with. There are the limited resources and also the processes that I have to upkeep. I just can't go out of the way, take anything from my pocket and give. No, it is not anyone's pocket. It is also a money which has been lost by some other person. So it is not all straight. So that is the level of frustration that the citizens of the cybercrime undergo. That is just to drive deep the point that what we think that we are safe, we are not safe. So India is fastest growing digital banking, rapid digitalization, and the banking sector and the financial sector are #1 target. Why? Because you have the money. And frauds now target customers' trust and psychology, not just the systems and networks. Why the basic rule of a fraudster is to gain your trust, hit your weak point, and then to take advantage of it. That could be your urge to earn money, your urge that your funds are lying vacant, they should make money, or your urge that especially with the youngsters, the job scenario not being that great, they are like, we are khali, we are empty, we need to work. So these are the urges that are being taken up by the fraudsters. So what are we facing today? AI-based frauds. It's just not like it's not the regular traditional crime wherein एक चोर रहता था who had to go, do a recce all day, sell something in the hot sun, see which door is locked, what are the entries, do all that survey, struggle, sweat it out, mid of the night, probably with an empty stomach, he had to break open the locks, all that. Now nothing is there. Sitting in air-conditioned scam centers, they are scamming us. Just with a click. And the more thing that they are actually targeting is our trust, and actually not just the financial losses are, yes, measurable, hence are being measured. But what can't be measured is the loss of the human touch and the humanity in a human being that is being lost. I can never trust any phone call that comes to me. Even a genuine person who calls me and says, I need help, or for that matter, anyone who says, I need a charity and puts a QR code, no, I don't want to do that. Let me be the old style. I'll go to some temple or some orphanage and then do that. So that is what these fraudsters are doing. The money part, we all know, it's quantifiable and we are talking. But what about the things which are unquantifiable? Then UPI and QR frauds, as I just told you, I am so skeptical to scan any QR code. Many of you, this meeting to attend or join a WhatsApp community, you would have scanned a QR code. So how safe are you? No, but don't you think a QR code you have put in, people have gone into it, that is safe for now. What if a fraudster also scans it? He has access to all your numbers. So nothing is safe. I don't want to scare you. I'm just saying, make due diligence. Then phishing and wishing, this is a very age-old scam that we all know. They just put, it's almost like a phishing. They just put in what is our weak point, or in Telugu it is called Yaravestaru. They just put and drop some small worm for us to pick up and latch, and we are the catch. The crypto scams, these are the challenge right now for the investigating agencies and the law enforcement officers. Why? Because of the P2P transactions that are going on. There is nothing that can make us ready for what it is coming. The P2P transactions are all legal, the layering within minutes, and the funds being siphoned off and crossing the borders. This is an issue which we just can't go trace it. Then the platforms are also not registered on a government sector, that they will cooperate with the law enforcement agencies, and the normal people who are being taught and used for this activity of crypto P2P transactions. P2P is a normal person. He is just thinking, I am just doing trading. What wrong am I doing? So morning he wakes up, buys some crypto coins for say 90 rupees. By evening he sells the same for 94. Thereby he doesn't know what he is facilitating, but then for him he just thinks, I'm just doing trading. But it's the fraudsters who are putting that money for the money that they have got, and then they are buying it somewhere else. They know that this person, I have sold this person, this ID I have sold money in the morning. So the person who is abroad or wherever, the scamster, he knows from which ID he can buy how many bitcoins and etc. So that is how the issue is today, and this is being a bigger challenge. That is actually also coming to it is the digital arrest and the ransomware, and this is what I have been asked to emphasize on. Though digital arrest is also a big scam, but digital arrest and investment frauds are the biggest scams of today. The digital arrest is a scenario wherein many of you have heard there was a BSNL ringtone was available which says, police will never arrest you in a digital mode. We don't have that. Only with the recent amendments of the laws, we have only one thing called e-FIR, e-Saksha and e-FIR. Beyond that, we have nothing. So deepfakes, is a new phase of impersonation. The impersonation, I am talking. Actually, you can see Singapore police is doing, very active in social media and everything. So once in Instagram, you can see Singapore police this thing, and you will see a video, a beautiful video, which will actually show that what you see, how beautifully it is done as to what you see is not true. So that much a person is making it realize that they are, thank you, that whatever that they want to show is real. It is so convincing that hardly we can say that it is not true. And at the same time, the AI videos, AI voices generated. Recently, we have seen with many scam videos and things like that, fake news being circulated, people believing it. Then actually, Nepal and Bangladesh are the examples wherein the governments were toppled. So that is the impact of the news. Though the law enforcement does request for takedown and all, but then by the time, because the servers and the agencies are out of India in the foreign soil, we do have a legal process to take them down, and before that, the damage which has to be done is being caused. So the victims are digital AI-generated voice and videos are used to impersonate bank officials, police and family, asking you to send them money for some issue. Then victims are convinced to transfer funds through fabricated visual authority in cases of digital arrest. And recently, since banks and all we have onboarded, and banks are like monitoring for any unusual activity and all, especially when it comes to senior citizens who are withdrawing their PFs or who are withdrawing their fixed deposits to transfer money into some account. So now the fraudsters have come with such innovative ideas. They are sending the senior citizens with a sweet packet to the bank saying, I have bought some land, some house. So that is the reason I am breaking my FD, not in a distress. So since the instructions have come to watch out for some behavioral patterns manually, these are the instructions that the fraudsters are giving, so that they are convincing people and threatening people in such a way that they are ready to do whatever it is, and mostly it is they are targeting senior citizens with respect to digital arrest, and especially wherein their children are abroad who are studying, and most common that they do is they just say you have sent a parcel. So the parcel has drugs or some contraband. And how do they get the information that a person is there? There is a leak from the inside that your bank accounts information is leaked. What is the money that you have? You would have probably taken a loan for your kids' education. That shows which university the money is going. So that shows where the person is. The courier companies that we give the address. We give our address, we give their address. Where are they feeding? So all these things are where there could be data leakages, and that is where the fraudsters are catching the data and cashing in on the data. So they are also deploying fake investment schemes and digital arrest scams. So the fake investment, the best example of an AI video, which probably everyone would have seen, is Sudhamurthy Garu or Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman Garu urging to invest in some investment thing. So that's a fake video, but then there are thousands of people who believed in that, and not thousands, I would say lakhs of people who believed in that and invested and lost the money. So that is the extent of deployment of AI into the investment scams. It is near impossible to detect. Yes, that is what I am trying to tell you. And we also face the evidential challenges, because digital forgery, who did it, from where it has happened, how it has happened, these all take time. And before that, if we don't, there's a dilemma. If we don't take it down immediately, probably more people will fall prey. So there is that dilemma of securing the evidence, allowing a few more people to see, fall prey probably, and taking it down. So these are the things that we face, and beneath it is the issue. India reported 300 surge in deep fake fraud cases between 23 and 25. That's just 2 years. So we feel we are not using AI. No, it is deeply ingrained in us. It's just that we are not realizing that we are using AI. So this is the psychological warfare on citizens on digital arrest. This is a topic that I have been asked to emphasize on. So fraudster pose as CBI, ED, police or customs officer. Never we do that. Never on a video call. We never keep the victim under a video call under fake arrest. As per law, we are supposed to take a person to the nearest court for the custody within 24 hours of an arrest. So these digital arrests prolong for days, weeks and also months, which can never happen. Then They are accused of the fake crimes of NDPS, money laundering and smuggling. And then they are caused into immediate fund transfers. Who are the targets? Elder citizens, working professionals, students, NRIs and business owners. So crypto we have already talked. So why is it hard to catch the cyber criminals? It's just a crime, which everyone thinks, but no, it isn't. Criminals use mule accounts, VPNs and anonymization tools. They never have a face. So who is helping them? Well, people like us, probably our neighbors, our friends, our family are helping them. Who gets the mule account? On whose name the mule account is there? It could be anyone. Then there is a cross-border jurisdiction. The moment a case is registered, we have to give the MLAT, there are MLAT delays. And the most important thing that I told you, there is rapid fund movement, which can't be tracked and traced and recovered in time. And how we can beat is the last one, the awareness. This is the only way right now that we can beat. So how is the banking and financial sector responding? They are also have deployed AI-driven fraud detection, which I just now told. Immediate fund transfers that are happening where people are breaking their FDs or things like that. There is an issue. Now the banking has also come up with something more advanced wherein there is rapid fund layering also. They are being alerted and it is being sent to the law enforcement agencies. Then digitally, forensically also we have improved the tools to detect deep fake videos. Then there is a real-time account freeze, but beyond everything, it is the cyber resilience drills that everyone, the financial sector as well as the individuals have to use. So these are the regulatory and compliance landscape that is right now available in India. So RBI mandates fraud reporting timelines for all scheduled banks, mandatory cyber audits, then digital payment securities are also upgraded, then third party and vendor risk management requirements are strengthened. This is where most of the leakage happened. That is what we have observed in 2025. So now, instead of agents verifying the KYC and things like that, now bank employees are being again used. And then there is a very, very beautifully coordinated mechanism right now between LEAs, RBI, CERTIN and NPCI. But here also, I would like to put it on paper that what we are still doing and what has to be done, there is a lot to be done. So what we can do is building cyber resilience collectively. And then this is what I want to end with. Cyber security is a shared responsibility. We can never say I can do everything. No, it is a shared responsibility. And cybercrime is no longer just a digital threat. It is an economical, psychological, and a national security challenge. So resilience is all that matters. Thank you. Any questions? I would like to take that.